Well, welcome back. My name's Van Tran, and I'm the host of this show this afternoon on VBS. We're very happy that you're tuning in with a very special edition of our candidates here who are running for the Central Committee of Orange County. We have two very special guests. We have Joe Rykoff as well as Ryan Bent, who are running for the Central Committee of Orange County from the 59th District, which covers how many cities, Ryan?
Several. It goes from Brea to North Tustin, man.
Okay, let's go through all the cities so that our viewers know if they happen to live in those cities and they are registered Republicans, most likely they'll see your names, right?
Yep.
So you're talking about Tustin?
Yeah, so we have Brea, I'll go in order, Brea, Yorba Linda, part of Placentia, part of Fullerton, part of Anaheim, Orange, Villa Park, and North Tustin.
Wow, that's about 500,000 residents actually within the 59th Assembly District. And we were talking during the first segment, of course, about the current political environment here in California and what's going on in Orange County, why you're running for the Central Committee, and what is the role of the Central Committee in terms of helping and endorsing qualified good candidates, hopefully. And we're always pushing for that, and we need good people like yourself, Ryan and Joe, to represent our party at the local level, given the encroachment of liberalism in the Democratic Party, which is in full swing, of course. So, Ryan, tell us a little bit more about your slate. There are in every district 6 open seats for the Central Committee, ladies and gentlemen, and you can vote up to 6 people. And I know that Ryan and Joe have come together or coordinated to have a slate that's being chosen or being coordinated or sponsored by the organization MakeOrangeCountyGreatAgain.com, which is a traditional, very conservative organization, all about faith, freedom, and family, I'm sure, with the photo of our very first president, George Washington, on the logo right there, ladies and gentlemen. And I know that there are other candidates, Ryan, who are running alongside with you and Joe. Can you share a little bit about them as well? Absolutely.
So first of all, I want to say, Van, that actually there's multiple groups that were looking for candidates for Central Committee, and some of the major groups got together to form MakeOrangeCountyGreatAgain.com. In our area, there's some areas there's not very many people running, but in our area, for those 6 slots, there are 23 people running. Whoa. So MakeOrangeCountyGreatAgain.com got together with some of these other groups and endorsed 5 of us. And so to go in order of the ballot, that would be Hope Howell, Zonia Townsend, Ryan Bent, Deborah Pauley, and Josephine Joe Rykoff. And so that's our team that we're running because we are aligned on our views as far as how to transition and transform the Republican Party to make us strong again.
Now, do you know a little bit about their background?
Yeah, I sure do.
Very briefly.
Yeah, Hope Howell is heavily involved in her local schools and community in Fullerton, and she's also involved in the Fullerton, California Republic Assembly heavily as well. Zonia Townsend is the chapter president of the Fullerton Republican Assembly. And then I've talked about myself, Deborah Pauley. She is very well known in our community. She's a former Central Committee member herself. She's a former councilwoman for Villa Park, and she is the president of the Conservative Patriots of Orange County right now. And Joe's talked about herself, I've talked about myself, but basically there are 5 superstars in my view who are very conservative, very interested in helping the Republican Party grow and improve in the upcoming years.
Right. Now, there are only, about 2 weeks before the end of the election. It's not even election day because actually you can vote at least a month in advance nowadays. So it's, March 5th, we call it election day, but it's actually the last day of the election to be able to vote. what are you folks doing as a slate in terms of, as candidates, getting your message out and getting out the vote as well?
Yeah, well, since we're focused on Republican voters for this, only Republicans can vote, we are going to all the major Republican groups and we are giving them speeches. We are talking to all the voters there and getting the word out. But we've also been going door to door in the city of Orange, for example, because we've also been helping with the No on OUSD recall effort that's been going on. And we're strongly no on that because that is all about the trampling of parental rights and everything else. And so we are heavily no against the recall, and at the same time we can tell people about our values, like Joe said, and why we need to be on the Central Committee to help get good school board members in place, like the ones that they're trying to recall right now in OUSD.
Right. What else are you doing? I mean, there are so many activities going on, especially towards the very last few days.
Yes.
Of the election. You feel overwhelmed because you're always uncertain whether you're pushing all the buttons that needs to be pushed, or turning over all the rocks that you need to turn, or do what you need to do to win. And I'm sure, are you communicating and sharing responsibilities or work with your colleagues on the slates?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, for one thing, we have all of our people have a lot of representatives within all of their cities, and so we do have our whole area covered very well as far as getting the word out. We do, of course, do different kinds of mass communications, as you could expect, but fortunately for us, we are actually endorsed by a lot of the major voter guides, so the people that are very well respected and that really research candidates really love our slate that's on here, and so they are very much supporting us, and that's going to really help us get the word out as well to get people to vote before March 5th.
Okay, so if people go into makeorangecountygreatagain.com, the website, and I haven't gone in there yet, so what are they expected to find in there?
So what's really nice about it is it actually has all of the recommended candidates for Central Committee across Orange County, and it's divided by assembly district. So in the 59th Assembly District, we have Philip Chin, who is our assemblyman, and so if you have Philip Chin, you could vote for us, but if you have a different assembly person, then you go to this website and you could look up your assembly district to find out who's recommended to vote for in your area.
Okay, very well. And Jill, turning over to you, I know that you're busy working with the slate members to make sure that you're going to get across the finish line, but I know that you got several other hats to wear as well, along with and it's all political in terms of getting the candidates elected and then folks out to vote and the support level. Are you also involved this year with President Trump's election?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I am a bundler for President Trump, and I'm working on a very, very big project right now within California. I'm actually looking for county leaders. So I'm working with the CRA, predominantly with the presidents of the units, but also with the GOP. CRA, we have many units throughout California, but not in every county. So I'm working to establish more units in Orange County. And I also work with GOP county chairs to bring up their recommendations for who they think would do a good job as a CRA president. Or also I'm trying to bring up volunteers for President Trump, so I'm speaking both to the CRA leadership and also to the GOP leadership on recommendations to bring up good leaders in every county of California.
Very good, very good. Yep, we are all doing the same. We're pitching in the same direction, I guess. I was recently notified that I got appointed as a Trump delegate.
That's awesome.
To the National Convention, which is a big deal, an honor personally to me. Not my first convention attendance, but definitely for President Trump and for his ideas and his policies. We're going to Wisconsin this summer to fight for all those values and issues. Getting back to Ryan, you know, with all the work that you're doing now, campaigning on the one hand, and of course taking care of the family. I know that you have 4 kids.
Yes.
Oh gosh, from elementary school right up to college, and and also being a local elected official. Now, what is the challenge? And this, I think this question also applies to you as well, Joe. You know, as a candidate, as a political activist, and specifically as a Republican, conservative Republican in California, we face a lot of challenges, a lot of headwinds in dealing with the majority party and the prevailing Hollywood, or I call it Babylon by the Bay, San Francisco ideology and values, if you will. So what is your challenge, one single challenge that kind of pop out in your head or in your mind when when you are running as a candidate or even serving as a local elected?
Yeah, running as a candidate, I mean, when you're running for office, it's a lot of work. It can be all encompassing, as you know. My biggest thing is I focus on the position I already have. I'm the only Republican on my board of trustees out of 7, so I am dealing with 6 Democrats at all times. And what I've learned is that one person on a board can make a huge difference. And so my goal really in life is to help our community by helping other people like me to get onto our local K-12 school district boards, or to get onto our city councils, or to get onto our water boards, so that we can preserve our way of life and to keep Orange County great. We have a long way to go to get it back to where it needs to be, I think, because we're losing ground right now. And that's why we really want to get involved in the Republican Party. It's one more thing that we'd have to do, but it's really about helping future candidates to get elected and helping to build that pipeline of people that are ready for leadership roles. And that's what we're trying to do.
Well, very good. Thank you for that thoughtful response. Joe, you have 1 minute.
So I feel like the challenge is that we have some really great Republican candidates, and you as well are a really great Republican candidate that I support. But we get these great people in office, and the Democrats are always trying to remove these people. That's the challenge. That I guess they have a lot of money backing the Democrat Party, and they use this money to remove our candidates, which is really a shame, because as conservatives, we're here for the family. We're here for the children. But the Democrats are not. And so therefore, that's our challenge, that they always try to destroy the good Republicans that are in office. And that's the greatest challenge I see right now. And we're working really hard to help these candidates that are under recall right now by the Democrats.
We're always going to fight the good fight, because we know that we're on the right side, and we're never going to give up. Unfortunately, we are out of time, actually, so we got to give up temporarily for this show. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in and for watching our show, our very special edition this afternoon here. And please vote for Ryan Bett and Joe Reitkoff for the Central Committee, 59th Assembly District here in Orange County. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and have a great day.